Yo, what's happening, everybody? Today is the 30th, Tuesday the 30th of December. Last one of these videos for 2013. I've been really sick over the past few days. And I've been too sick to shave. As you can see, I've got a lot of growth on anyway, so today we're going to go with, above the tie H2. Because I have a lot of growth that I need to take care of here. Wet shaving products, High Mountain White Stubby. Nice brush. In here is a puck of green Irish tweed soap. And I put it in here because this container that it actually comes in is pretty much the worst. Like, this thing is not sealed, it's not finished, it's pine, I think it is. And it's just, they weren't thinking. I mean, this wood will rot like crazy. And I transferred the puck in there, and it's just worked out a lot better ever since then. And, I guess in thinking back, I don't know how the hell I was able to transfer that puck into this thing, because it's a super hard puck of soap, and it was definitely not the right size to just be transferred straight over easily into this thing. But I got it in there somehow by brute force. Whatever, but it worked out just fine. It's been a while since I've used this soap. Actually, I've only used it maybe once or twice since I got it. As much as it cost, I definitely did not want to get in the habit of using it all the time, because that's just not cost effective. But I do remember it being a very good soap. For those of you that are familiar with the scent of green Irish tweed, this pretty much smells like the top notes plus 50. And what I mean by that is, like, it's the top notes of green Irish tweed just super amplified. And this is what all those, all those green Irish tweed type soaps and creams, that's what they all, I guess, what they're modeled after. And it smells good, so I certainly can't blame them for taking this one as an inspiration. A little bit more water and we'll be good to go here. So I hope you guys all had a good Christmas. I was able to send the last one of my videos that I did. I'd mentioned that my cousin was going to the Coast Guard, and I almost completely just ruined the surprise for him, because I sent him a kit, actually. I sent him a razor, a brush, and a couple soaps, and a nice little blade starter pack sampler with about, I don't know, like maybe 5 or 6, 7 or so packs of blades, something like that. I don't quite remember. But yeah, like I said, I almost completely ruined the surprise for him by mentioning it in the video. So I'm glad I didn't. Oh, stuff smells good, even though, like, my, don't know if you can tell by my voice or whatever, but like I said, I'm really sick, and even though I'm sick, I can still smell the green Irish tweed, and it's nice. But yeah, I almost ruined the surprise and mentioned that I was going to send him a kit, because he does watch all these videos. He does watch all these videos, and I would have completely ruined the surprise and felt like a bum if I did so. But I was able to keep it to a bit of a surprise. My mom said he was really hyped when he got the box and saw what was inside. So Luis Joel, ya sabes, cualquier cosita me pregunta. even though you don't really have too much time left before you ship out. But by all means, hit me. I'd love to help you out. This razor, man, this H1, this thing always really, it really surprises me every time I use it. Like, honestly, this is pretty much like baby smooth down here in one pass. That was pretty much with the grain. Any of you guys that like or just need an aggressive razor, I wholeheartedly recommend the Above the Tie H series. H1 or H2, that's going to be on you. The 2 is the open comb, which is what I use, or the H1. And I understand that for the Above the Ties, when you're talking about the H's, that the H1, the closed comb model, generally is regarded as a little bit more aggressive than the H2. You know, another razor that it's compared to on a regular basis is the R41, which, I mean, I guess in terms of just sheer efficiency, yeah, they're comparable, but the R41 is just, and I mean, I guess I kind of hate to say it, but it just seems very, like, I don't want to say unrefined, but it just seems like brute strength with no refinement. And that sounds really jerky or whatever, but I just can't really think of a better way to say it. With that said, I don't think this thing is as efficient as an R41. As far as safety razors are concerned, nothing can touch an R41 with regard to sheer efficiency and hair cutting prowess. So yeah, like I mentioned before, this is pretty much it for 2014. This has been a really, really rough year for me. I'm glad to see this one in the rearview mirror, so to speak. There were a couple of bright spots. I turned a few people on this year to you know, this old school style of shaving, and they seem to really be into it. Most notably Tony here in Nashville, and Dylan in St. Louis. Oof, man, I have a lot of hair up there. Wow, that's disgusting. So yeah, but I turned, like I said, I turned a few people on to safety razors, and they seem to really be enjoying it, which is cool. Tony, that little jerk, he actually found himself a new rental house to live in, and the place has one of those blade disposal slots in the back of the medicine cabinet, which is so cool. And I got myself really, really nice on the back of my head there. Whew, look at that. I had I don't know if it was a pimple or an ingrown hair or what, but it was something on the back of my head there that was raised up. Oh well, it happens. Nothing a styptic pencil won't be able to solve. Whew. Man, I had a lot of hair. And this just goes to show how bad it was that I was feeling this week that I didn't even want to shave. Because I'm sure, as you guys can tell in these videos, I really enjoy doing this, but I wasn't even up to it. I was feeling so terrible. And I still feel really, really bad. I'm thinking about going and getting myself either a bowl of pho or a bowl of kimchi stew, both of which are really high on my list for comfort meals, I guess, when I don't feel good. Man, this stuff smells so good. Makes me wish that my nose wasn't so jacked up so I can actually smell it. Wow, I got myself really, really good back there. I don't know why, but it seems that I always tend to get like I said, I don't know if that was an ingrown hair or just a pimple, but whenever I go longer than normal between haircuts, I always seem to get something back there. And it's in the back of my head, so it's hard to shave around because I can't see it, you know? Pretty good. I don't feel good, you guys. I really, really don't. So I heard from my old boss, one of my old bosses, I should say, this weekend. She messaged me and pretty much told me that it looks like I should be good to go with her company as far as employment is concerned, sometime soon after the new year. So that sounds promising. And then one of my other old bosses, I met up with him on this Saturday, for a brief second. He gave me a Christmas present. Motherfucker gave me a bottle of scotch, which is super, super cool. And what made it even cooler is the fact that it was a Highland. It was a bottle of Macallan 12-year-old. And I'm usually an Isla dude. I like my scotch really smoky and medicinal. I read somewhere where some dude's girlfriend referred to a scotch that he was drinking as a hospital fire, that's actually one of the better descriptions that I've ever heard of a good peaty Isla scotch. And I think, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the one in question was Peat Monster, which is a blend, and it's not really all that smoky. But I will say, for a blend, Peat Monster is very, very good. It's also a little pricey for a blend. It's not pricey like the ridiculous Johnny Walker, which I think is the blue label. Whichever Johnny Walker it is, that's just a silly price to pay for a blended scotch in my estimation. I I like my single malts. But he gave me a bottle of Macallan 12-year-old, which was cool and kind of serendipitous, I guess, because one of my friends right here, a guy named Kenny, he's a DJ as well, and he likes scotch. He's actually one of the younger dudes that I know that's into scotch, which is cool. But he was telling me that he doesn't really, you know, he's always told me that Islays just aren't his thing, and I've always tried to get him to come back around on that, and he just never really wants to hear it. But he told me that I should check out. Some, you know, a good Macallan. And what happens 2 weeks later? Somebody gives me a bottle of Macallan. So that worked out really nice. It's pretty cool, you know. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. But I need to wait until my sinuses and all this region behind my face is back up to speed, because right now is not going to be the time to try to make out the intricacies and delicateness of whiskey. 1 second. Okay. And of course, with feeling as bad as I do, that puts New Year's Eve plans into danger. No idea what's going to happen there. But, I mean, it's not unheard of to just spend it at home asleep, you know? So if that's how it has to be, that's the way it will be. But I'd rather not miss it. So we'll see. I don't even think I'm going to need to do 3 passes on my neck because of what an excellent job that razor did on the first pass. Yep, that's pretty much done there. That's pretty much it there too. You know, I'm glad that I don't use this H2 too often anymore. I actually used to use this as pretty much my only razor, which in retrospect was just dumb. This razor is far too aggressive for my skin to use it, you know, regularly. But I was thinking, oh, you know, hey, since it does such an incredible job, none of the other ones could possibly stand up to it, which, you know, isn't the case because the R2 gets really good results, you know, under normal hair circumstances, which isn't, you know, this ridiculous 55 days worth of growth like I have now. Another thing I guess I've turned some people onto this year as well, in addition to shaving, is techno. Some of my old drum and bass friends have really gotten into techno over the past few weeks or months or whatever. Months, I think, is more like it, which is really cool to see. Because drum and bass is one of those things that has a very fanatical fan base. And what I mean by that is that, like, the people that are into drum and bass are really into drum and bass, like me. So much so that a lot of times they just won't really care to listen to other types of music, which also was me for the longest time. And actually, I shouldn't say that described me, because I always did like other types of music, namely house and techno, in addition to drum and bass. Excuse me. So it's nice to see some of my friends take on an interest in a style of music that just means so much to me, you know? And now that they understand the music, now comes the other difficult part of getting them to come to Detroit with me, which I think I should be able to. Because if you like techno, you need to go to Detroit. It really is a pilgrimage of sorts. Alright, that's pretty much it. Bear with me 1 second while I do this normal thing here. Oh wow, that thing back there stopped bleeding pretty quickly. That's nice. Alrighty, so that's it for this. Aftershave, what am I gonna go with here? You know what, I think I'm gonna go with American Blend. It seems like it's been a while since I've used this one. So nice. You know, in retrospect, I don't know how anybody didn't already come up with an aftershave that, you know, smells like this. This is just like the perfect aftershave scent. You know, even though it's based on Yves Saint Laurent Rile Gauche, even though that's what it's technically supposed to be, it's always smelled like a very high class Barbasol to me, honestly, is what it's always smelled like. So that's it for that one. The next aftershave is going to be this. Anyway, that'll be it. Hope you guys had a good 2014. Hope you guys are looking forward to 2015 like I am. You guys be safe on your New Year's Eve plans, whatever they may be. And peace. Speak to you guys soon. Bye-bye.